And good afternoon from Premier Bank Gymnasium at Fort Atkinson High School. I'm Brett Ketterman along with producer Sam Hess and the Fort Atkinson High School stage crew. Glad to have you along tonight for this Saturday afternoon game, originally scheduled to play the Hortonville Polar Bears, one of the cooler nicknames in the state. However, they had to cancel out at the last minute, and at 10:30 last night, Fort Atkinson Blackhawks scheduled this game against the Middleton Cardinals from the Big 8 Conference. And only in the COVID-19 basketball season, as this would be considered somewhat normal. But here we are today. At least it's a game for these kids, and it's Saturday afternoon basketball. Fort Atkinson Blackhawks at 8-2, getting set to take on the Middleton Cardinals, again from the Big 8 Conference, at 2-2. They've got 2 wins over Kingdom Prep Lutheran and loss against St. John's Military Academy and Edgerton. Again, Middleton was just cleared to start participating a few weeks ago, so they only have 4 games in. They do have 5 games scheduled next week, Monday through Saturday, so it'll be, again, quite the whirlwind adventure for the Cardinals. All their games are on the road because of Dane County health restrictions. So not that they were eager after coming back from Wauwatosa last night to hop back on a bus, but here they are today, ready for a game. National anthem coming up. And that was the national anthem, and now your starting lineups for the Middleton Cardinals. As I mentioned, 2-2 from the Big 8 Conference under Coach Kevin Bavery. He's got 15 years at Middleton before the previous 14 years being at Oregon and Cedarburg. Overall, 403 wins, 207 losses. They will start Logan Raphael, the 5'11 junior, leads the Cardinals in scoring with 12 points a game. George Finch, the 5'10 senior, averaging just over 2 a contest. Caden Fostick, the 6'5 sophomore, with 9 points a game, along with Nick Meinholtz, the 5'11 junior, with 9 points a game, and David Meyer, the 6'2 senior, averaging 4 points a game for the Middleton Cardinals. The Cardinals wearing their home white jerseys. We'll talk about that in a second. For the Fort Atkinson Blackhawks, coming in at 8-2 under Mike Hinson, his 12th year, 98 wins, 173 losses. Carson Baker, the 5'6 junior guard, averaging just over 9 a game, along with Cade Cosson, the 5'9 junior guard, averaging 10 a contest, and Grayson Wixom, the 6'2 senior guard, with 7 points a game, along with Drew Evans, the 6'3 junior forward, down low with 10 points. He had 12 of his 14 points in the second half last night, and Andrew Glish, the 6' senior guard, the defensive specialist, with 4 points a game. Again, the Blackhawks in their black jerseys, road jerseys. I can only assume because Middleton got back late last night with a road game, didn't have time to get the jerseys laundered. So just asked Fort if they could switch over, and they did. So it'll seem a little different if you're watching at home, as the road team is in white. Right away, 3 ball by Finch is no good, and Baker and the Blackhawks get the chance to strike first. It's Glish. Back to Wixom up on top. Now it's over to Cosson. Again, both these teams played last night. Fort Atkinson coming away with a victory against Watertown here at Premier Bank Gymnasium. Cardinals coming away with a victory over Kingdom Prep Lutheran. I won't lie, I had to look to see where that was, and that's actually in Wauwatosa. Hour-and-a-half bus trip for the Cardinals. And we'll talk more about last night and how this game got to be there. And we're going to have a charge called on Grayson Wixom. Good call. Wixom got to the lane, got up in the air, and Drew got called for the charge. So the first team foul, still scoreless here a minute in. Want to give a special shout out to everyone at the emergency room, Fort Healthcare. Commenting on my new hairstyles, I appreciate it. Had a little bit of time to go grab a little haircut that was much needed. Middleton misses the shot, and the Hawks will push it up. It's Baker, 3 in the corner. Blackhawks strike first. They'll call the whistle to try to get the net repositioned. Caden Fosdick, a size 6'5" sophomore, will just jump up, no problem, and get the net figured out. So the Hawks strike first with the Baker corner 3. For the Cardinals, now up on top, it's Meinholz. Swung to the corner, Meyer. Meyer looks at his option. Right side, check it left side. Now it's back to the top, over to check it, Fosdick, and he's going to step on the line. Fosdick wearing some bright yellow shoes. Besides being 6'5", easy to spot out there for the Cardinals. Middleton, little token full court pressure. Cosson will get up, no problem. 2 minutes in, Baker's 3, the only point so far. Hand off to Wixom. Now it's Cosson in the corner, right in front of Coach Bavery and the bench. Fort will swing it back around Glish. Drives baseline. Glish, good. You know, Glish, we talk about all year long, has been the defensive specialist, really one-on-one, man-to-man, his specialty. But he's got that nice baseline drive, and he's exploded in the last few games with some good point totals for the Hawks. In the corner, 3 on the way, no good. Shot by Raphael. Blackhawks tipped it out of bounds, and much like we'll see all game long with both these teams playing last night, good substitution pattern for the Blackhawks. Scott Bukta coming in. Cole Tennis is in. Along with Hayden Stotts. Raphael. Back over to Meinholz. Down low to Raphael. Misses the short footer. Now the Hawks get a chance. Bukta, left side. Now it's Cosson. Now over to Baker. Spot up 3. Oh, no good. Meinholz with the rebound. Meinholz wants to push it up the floor. He does. He gets it to Stotts. Stotts attacks the basket. Off the rim, and Bukta gets the board. Glish in the corner. Raphael tries to flare out at him. Stotts just keeps the dribble. Here comes Baker off the curl down the middle, not there. Cosson gets it to Baker now in the corner. Baker flips it out to Cosson, back to Baker. 3 from the wing. Drills it! Carson Baker on fire. And we have a quick timeout by Middleton. Use it or lose it timeout. This is a great time to thank the sponsors, bringing you every boys basketball game. First off, want to thank Fort Healthcare. I already gave them a shout out. Those that are working today on a great Saturday, cold Saturday afternoon. Hope you enjoy the contest in between watching some patients. Also want to thank Keys Chiropractic and Laser Center. Visit their website at keyschiropractic.com. Again, those have been some great sponsors all year long, bringing you every home basketball game for the Blackhawks, streaming online at our Fort Atkinson High School Facebook page and YouTube page. There hasn't been a lot of positives with COVID, but I will say the technology bringing you these games, Fort Atkinson, under the direction of John Collins and Sam Hess, bar none, one of the best. Glish from Bukta gets it back. Bukta swings it around to Baker, who's red hot right now. Casson. Baker's hit a triple from both sides of the court. Now it's back to Bukta, Glish. Lob pass down low, too high, hits the rim. That's a bad angle straight on like that. I tried that once last night, same results, and now we have a trip up outside. Nice job by Cole Tennis, I should say, getting to the hoop. And now we got Jack Opperman and Logan Keys and Jackson Fenner checking into the game. Again, if you're just joining us, Middleton in their home white jerseys, Blackhawks in their road black, even though it's a Blackhawk game. Middleton on the road for all their games due to Dane County. And now we're going to have a walk by Schremp, Colin Schremp. Not happy. Now we have Blake Van Buren, the 6'4 junior, checking in. Blackhawks up by 8. Early going. It's Keys with the basketball over to Baker. Play called by Coach Hintz. Baker will bring it on the dribble to the middle. Now it's Book the right side. Keys was open there on the pick and roll for a second. Bookta didn't recognize it. Now the pass to Fenner is knocked away, but he'll get it back in the corner. Back to Baker. Keys, couple feet beyond the arc, right on the sideline. Now it's Fenner, left side. Handoff Baker, 3 straight on, no good. Rebounded by Rafael. He'll push the ball up. Nice job by Baker. Nice effort by Stotts to get it back. Ball's tipped around. Now we have a hold. It's going to be on Hayden Stotts. Boy, great job by Scott Book that got his hands on that ball to deflect it, but give Stotts credit. Not easy running over the shoulder as the ball got deflected to reposition yourself to grab it. He did. Didn't have a great angle to the basket. Missed the shot, and the Blackhawks with the good rebound. Fenner and the Hawks up by 8. Keys with the ball. Bookta straight on top between the circles. Gets it over to Wixom. Wixom bounce passes it to Keys. Keys goes, attacks the basket, leaves the ball short. Ball rolls around, and it's rebounded by Middleton's Meinholz. Fosdick breaks free, kicks it out to Stotts. Three-pointer no good. Wixom comes away after the tip. Wixom flips it out to Keys, spot up from the wing, drills it! Logan Keys, how about the Hawks? 3 3-pointers. And we have another timeout taken quickly here. Timeout Middleton. Again, we talked earlier in the pregame, this was a game Fort Atkinson was supposed to take on Hortonville at all levels. However, earlier in the week, the JV and freshman team had a COVID-19 protocol, so they're out. They're done for the season. They're able to get the Oregon freshmen and JV teams to come in, and they do. So they were still set to play Hortonville, and then yesterday, late afternoon, Hortonville called to cancel, I believe for COVID reasons. Can't totally confirm that. However, Coach Hintz and Athletic Director Steve Mahoney started calling schools, started with some Badger Conference schools, finally got a hold of Middleton. The interesting part, Middleton had just finished up playing Kingdom Prep Lutheran in Wauwatosa. They were in their cafeteria eating pizza before boarding the bus, and Middleton said, yeah, we'd love to play. However, we got to figure out, can we get a bus? Can we get a bus driver? If not, can our parents bring them and come into the game? That was agreed on, that parents could come. Then they came back and said, yep, nope, we got a bus driver. Then unfortunately, that bus driver couldn't make it last minute. That's why the game's about 10 minutes late as Middleton eventually got here, but wow, what a crazy 15 hours for both these squads. 3 ball on the way by Meinholz, good. So it's very interesting how this game, again, Coach Hintz with a lot of contacts around the state, just started calling a bunch of schools. First one to say yes gets to play today. Everything else was all lined up, officials, scorekeepers. We'll talk about how you prep for something like this next time out. Wixom, 3 straight on. Oh, looked like it was going to pop out, but that's how the ball is rolling for the Hawks. Looked like it was going to eke out and drop back down. 14-3 Blackhawks. Hurley, shot from inside the lane, no good. Fenner tracks it down. Zempel, Easton Zempel checked in during that last dead ball for Middleton as well. Zempel, 6'5" junior. Boy, Middleton's got some lanky kids. Opperman in the short corner will walk with it after he stops the dribble. Good idea by the sophomore. Body just kept going, though, when his feet wanted to stop. Caden Gamur in for the ball for the Cardinals, along with Logan Raffel. Now Fenner and Gamur will tie it up. Coach Hintz wanted the timeout. Officials, good job though of not giving them a timeout, as there was no real clear possession. And again, it'll be Blackhawk ball as the Cardinals got the ball to start, being the road team, even though they're wearing their home whites. Fenner, spot up 3, left side, short, rebounded by Comerford. Oh, Baker, nice try, nice effort. Almost ending up in the bleachers, trying to steal that ball. Andrew Glish will check in for Fenner. Middleton trails by 11, but have the ball. Swung over to Comerford. Now it's to Tennis. Middleton, high above the arc. 3 ball on the way from Comerford. No good. Wixom with another rebound. He'll scoop past it to Baker, left side. He wants to push. Keys was posting up. Now he comes out to set the screen. Baker running baseline. Glish now running the opposite baseline. Baker, Glish running. Now it's Wixom left side. Cossin in the short corner. Skips it over to Baker, over to Keys now in the corner. Keys 3-pointer. No good. Glish fights for the rebound, and we're going to have a foul on Middleton. Logan Raffel will be the Cardinals' second, his first. And Wixom will inbound the ball baseline right. Gets it into Cossin on the curl. Oh, thought it was going to fall in and just kept spinning and whirled off. Attacking the basket. Meyer will go to the free throw line. First free throw for either team here, coming almost midway through the first half. Foul is on Glish. It's Andrews first, team third. Meyer will swish the first free throw. Stay tuned at halftime. We'll recap the scoring. Second one on the way by Meyer. No good. Glish fights for the rebound, gets it. We'll talk a little bit playoff basketball, bring you another picture like we did last night. Then we'll talk about favorite movies. Had a chance to talk to some coaches, some student athletes, some other people. We'll talk more about that. Favorite movies. A lot to choose from. Pass down low to Evans, too high. And now Middleton will push. Copperford, 3-ball, no good. Rebounded by Meyer. He loses it. Glish gets it. Kossin will bring it up the court with the Hawks up by 10. Evan Dudzik into the game. Kossin right side on the dribble. Back to Baker, who was red hot early in this half. His pass, though, is stolen by Rafael. Rafael gets it out to Meinholz. Meinholz brings it back to the top. Meyer. Comerford. One dribble back to Tenise. Here comes the 3-ball by Comerford. No good. Rebounded by Glish. Baker left side gets it up to Kossin. Baker will reset the offense now. Leading by 10. Under 8 to go until intermission. Pass Evans, not there. Little forced opportunity there. Tenise, reverse lay-in, good. So Cole Tenise will get the first bucket coming off the bench for the Cardinals. And it's now 14-6 lead by the Blackhawks. Again, stay tuned at halftime. We'll bring you a recap of scoring. We'll bring you playoff basketball. Fort Atkinson girls in Division II, the boys in Division I. Girls know their seeding, the boys not yet. Then we'll talk about favorite movies. If you have a favorite movie, comment. Tweet it at me if you know my Twitter account. It's @Brett_Ketterman, or shoot me a text if you got my number. A lot of good movies to choose from. Right now I'm going to say it's all over the board. Some comedies, some drama, a musical. There's a couple good musicals to choose from. The one that someone told me about, I totally agree with. I'm not going to say it's the best musical, but pretty good. Evans down low, muscles it in. You know, Evans is like the sleeping beast that sometimes you can tell the Blackhawks trying to get him the ball, and it's hard sometimes. It's got to be a very specific, soft pass. Sometimes the lob passes there. Evans hits the free throw to complete the three-point play. And sometimes Evans just gets it and becomes just the beast gets woken up and he just attacks the basket with abandon. When he does that, he's been hardly unstoppable. Rafael, three-pointer, no good. Tipped around. Cardinals come away with it. Back up on top, it's Fosdick. Fosdick gets to the lane, contact, dumps it off to Schremp, good. Colin Schremp, the 6'4" sophomore, pulls within 9. Baker just in front of the half-court line with the dribble. Checking in at that last dead ball, Ryan Burke. Now it's back to Kossin. Over to Glish. Now it's Burke up on top. Baker. Baker with the dribble. Over to Glish. Here comes Evans, pick and roll. Nice job by Middleton on the help defense, and now Glish will travel with it. You can tell Middleton saw that pick and roll coming because as soon as Evans moved down the lane, 2 different Cardinal players jumped out at him. Down the lane for Middleton, dumps it off to Zempel, and Zempel will lose it. Last touch by the Cardinals. Boy, Middleton's been good at that, driving to the basket and then at the last minute kind of a quick dump pass down low, a couple feet away. Sometimes it's worked that time. The intended receiver was not really waiting for it. Bounced off his ankles and went out of bounds. So the Hawks looking to make it another 10-point lead. Burke up on top, over to Keys. Back to Burke on the backdoor cut. He'll dump it to Kossin. Short corner, no good. Rebounded Zempel. Three on the way. No good by Meinholz. Ball loose, and we have a jump ball. Evans and Easton Zempel tying the ball up. It'll be Cardinal ball. Scott Bukta, Jackson Fenner, and Jack Opperman checking in. Had a couple of texts about my water bottle. I try to change it every night. The water bottle is a hint of what my favorite movie is going to be. Well, those that know me, I don't think it's a big surprise. Raphael, pass deflected into Meinholz's hands. He gets it into the lane. 3-footer, good. Nick Meinholz, nice job by the Cardinals attacking the basket. Floating it in. Baker now in the Hawks. Back to Keys, back to Baker. Baker had a couple of early threes to get the Blackhawks out on top. Bukta's been a catalyst the last couple of games off the bench, especially in that triple overtime loss to Hortonville. Not Hortonville. Burlington. Middleton pushing the floor. Van Buren lays it in. 5-point Blackhawk lead. Middleton's done a nice job kind of nipping away at this Blackhawk lead. They've scored the last 6 points in the last 2 minutes. Baker. Oh, left wide open. Short, rebounded by Van Buren. Boy, someone was on Baker and they made the rookie mistake to leave him. Baker with a rare miss. Shot on the way by Raphael, no good. Rebounded Baker. Carson up to Bukta. Scott Bukta on the dribble, gets it back to Jack Opperman. Keys going across the lane. Nicely guarded by Zempel. Bukta attacks, pass. Deflected, but Fenner gets it, kick out Keys. Swings it to Baker, 3. Drills it! Carson Baker. Again, left wide open. Will hit the majority of those shots, and good job by the Blackhawks swinging the ball. Under 4 to go until intermission. Meinholz down low to Zempel. He loses it. Nice hustle by Fenner, and he'll save it. Gets it to Opperman. Now Baker and the Hawks. Here comes Keys, 3 on the way. Airs it out, rebounded by Hurley, except the long rebound by Hurley steps out of bounds. So Wixom checking in, Caden Fostick, along with Matt Zimmerman. Gavin Hurley in for the Cardinals. Wixom will take a timeout. Didn't like exactly what he saw there. Be a 30-second timeout by the Blackhawks. We'll keep it here. Again, I had a chance. Today's opponent, Middleton Cardinals, supposed to be Hortonville, so I had a chance to talk to Coach Hintz before the game, and I just simply asked him, how do you prepare against a team like Middleton where, let's face it, 15 hours ago you didn't know who you were playing, much less the Cardinals, and he said luckily they were able to find a game when they played against Edgerton on YouTube, so they were able to watch that last night, and then they just got together like they do on every game day on the weekend, and instead of doing a walkthrough with specific sets, they just kind of talked in generality. And again, Coach Hintz has seen Middleton play over the years. He knows Coach Bavery, I should say. So he felt comfortable that, hey, they're going to push it, they're going to shoot threes. And that's then the type of game it is. So very interesting, though, to prep when, as a coach, where you like to kind of control as much as you can and get as much information as you can. But again, in the COVID world, that's not always possible. And the biggest thing is, can you get these kids some games? And they were able to accommodate that. Grayson Wixom gets the shot up and drills it. And the Hawks, their lead was trimmed to 5. It's back to a double-digit lead, under 3 to go. Meinholz gets it to Zimmerman in the corner, back to Meinholz. Swings it right side. 3 ball on the way by Zimmerman, drills it. Matt Zimmerman gets a triple. Now we have a hold going to be on Nick Meinholz. Very well played defensive game, I should say, as far as like fouls. A lot of times both these teams, again, playing last night, Again, less than 15 hours ago. A lot of times you'll see the second day the player's a little bit more tired. When you're tired, you don't move your feet. When you don't move your feet, you reach. When you reach, you foul. It's kind of just a big circle. That hasn't really been the case. Only 7 total fouls, 3 by Fort, 4 by Middleton here early going. Bounce pass to Keys off the mark, but he'll track it down. Baker now. Left side, down low it's Keys. Powers it up, falls off the rim to the left. Rebounded by Fosdick. Fosdick will bring it up with the bright yellow shoes. He'll swing it to Meinholz. Nice job by defensive on Wixom and Keys on that screen. Here comes Fosdick, kicks that out to Meinholz. 3 ball, no good. Keys gets the rebound. Nice job by Gamur. Jumping at Keys, trying to get him to flinch. He doesn't, though. Now it's Baker. Baker drives. Going to the line for a pair. Blackhawks with the 7-point lead. Minute 44 until intermission. Raffel checking in, Meyer checking in, Evan Dudzik for the Blackhawks. Baker free throw on the way is good. So he'll hit both. Baker's got 11. Game high honors for the junior guard. It's back to a 9-point Blackhawk lead. Meinholz gets it over to Zimmerman. Now it's over to Meyer. Meyer will get will draw the foul. Actually, check it. It'll be off the ball foul on Kossin. That'll be Cade's second foul. Checking in for the Cardinals, Colin Schremp. Checking in for the Blackhawks, Logan Keys. Rafael inbounding the ball. We'll get it up to Meyer. Van Buren over to Fosdick. Now driving, Meinholz in the lane, tosses it up, Keys with the rebound. Boy, Middleton's been able to get into the lane and get some shots up, just haven't been able to get any to drop. I shouldn't say any, haven't been able to get many to drop, and Blackhawks doing a good job rebounding. Keys, 3, no good. Fenner, rebound. Gets it to Keys on the rebound, or on the turnaround. Shot is swatted away by Fosdick. Nice athletic play by the sophomore. Sophomore v. sophomore in that battle. There goes Rafael once again driving to the lane. Contact with Fenner, no foul, and it'll be off of Rafael, so it'll be Blackhawk ball. Under 1 minute to go until intermission. Dudzik, good no call by the official. Didn't really impact anything, although Dudzik got drilled. He was able to get it up to Baker, though, before the ball went out of bounds. So good job by the officials to just let it go. Baker double teamed over to Dudzik. Under 30 seconds to go. Fosdick with the steal. Fosdick laying money. Fosdick with his first points of the night. Fenner. And Blackhawks going to take a timeout with 9.4 seconds left. Cardinals doing a good job switching up defenses. They're going a little full court pressure and look to trap. Don't usually trap in the middle. However, in that situation, the Cardinals had the advantage of the surprise attack, and so Coach Hintz wisely calls the timeout. He's got 3 left in the game, plus his use it or lose it to start the second half. And again, that shows you the great coaching by Coach Kevin Bavery. 15 years at Middleton, 30 overall. Before this, it was at Oregon and Cedarburg. Again, he just went over the 400 career mark late last season. Cardinals 2-2. Wixom with 4 seconds left. Gets it up to Fenner with 1. Shot on the way, no good. And the Blackhawks will go into intermission with a 7-point lead, 24-17. And we welcome you to our halftime show for the Fort Atkinson Blackhawks. And again, the Middleton Cardinals coming in at 2-2 from the Big 8. They are led by Matt Zimmerman's 3 points. And then I'm going to say it's a very balanced scoring for the Cardinals. Just realize that. As Zimmerman with 3, the following players all with 2 points: Caden Fostick, Nick Meinholtz, Colin Schremp, Blake Van Buren, and Cole Tadis. And then David Meyer adding 1 point with a free throw for the 17 Cardinal points. For the Fort Atkinson Blackhawks, they're led by Carson Baker, 11 points, 5 by Grayson Wixom, 3 each by Logan Keys and Drew Evans, and 2 by Andrew Glish for the Hawks, 24. And again, for the Blackhawks, they've got a busy week coming up. They'll take on the Whitewater Whippets Tuesday night, a rare 5:30 tip time. Then Thursday, they'll take on the Milton Redhawks at Milton. That game's scheduled for 7:15 before wrapping up the regular season game with a game against Lake Mills next Saturday at 11:45. It's going to be our brunch tip, our brunch broadcast. We'll talk about our favorite brunch foods, because why not at 11:45 in the morning talk about brunch when you're calling a basketball game? So that's the rest of the regular season for the Blackhawks. For the Middleton Cardinals, they just were able to start the last couple of weeks because of the Dane County policies regarding COVID-19 and participation. They've got 2 games under their win, both against Kingdom Prep Lutheran. Again, one of them was last night, a 64-44 win. 2 losses against St. John's Northwest Military Academy in Edgerton. And now they've got a busy week up ahead, as well as they'll take on Mosinee on Monday, Muskego on Tuesday, New Berlin West on Thursday, Monroe on Friday, and I think De Pere on Saturday, or DeForest. I can't really read my handwriting. I apologize for that. But either way, 5 games all on the road next week for the Cardinals before they start postseason play. And for the postseason play, the Blackhawks find themselves in a very interesting regional, as they've got 3 Big 8 teams, Beloit Memorial, and both Janesville schools, Janesville Craig and Parker, along with 2 other Badger South schools, Milton and Monona Grove. And this is the spot where I usually try to predict where teams are going to fall, and I'm going to tell you, I have 0 clue. Janesville Craig with the best record as far as win-wise, but they also played the most games, 13-8. Milton next at 10-3. However, the Redhawks weren't able to start playing until the start of the 2021. Fort Atkinson, they're at 8-2. They've been playing all season long. However, they've had 2 COVID-19 shutdowns due to guidelines, one with a close contact at a scrimmage, and then once right after a Christmas break, or right during the middle of Christmas break after a game against an opponent. So they've been shut down for almost a full month of their season, hence just the 10 games going in. Janesville Craig at 7-12, and Monona Grove with a win last night improves to 2-5. The other interesting team, and I still have not been able to find anything about, Beloit Memorial. They have not played a game. I don't know if they're going to just play in the tournament or if it'll just be considered a bye for whoever would have faced them as the bottom seed. So again, I think the seeding process is this weekend, if I'm not wrong. So we'll know more on Tuesday night's game when the Blackhawks take on the Whitewater Whippets here at Premier Bank Gymnasium. And again, before we step aside for a little break, we're going to talk about favorite movies. There's a lot out there. Someone mentioned Goonies. I got to say, I appreciate that. That's up there. That's a top 5 movie of mine from all time. I've talked to some student athletes, some coaches, some other people in the area. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Gotta love Ferris Bueller's. A lot of great information, a lot of great comedy there. Gotta like The Sausage King. 5 Feet Apart, that's a movie I've never heard about, but somebody said that's their favorite movie. Greatest Showman was one of 2 musicals, La La Land the other one. Never seen La La Land, but I will say Greatest Showman, absolutely fantastic. You could throw Grease in there as a musical too. Grease is probably a top 10 movie of mine. Someone mentioned Dumb and Dumber on Twitter. Classic funny movie. I wouldn't say a top 5 funny movie, but probably a top 15 in my mind. Someone also mentioned Star Wars, hence my water bottle that you could see here, my nice blue lightsaber. I got a red one at home. However, my son Oliver saw that last night when I was getting it ready, and he's been drinking out of it all day today. So I will say Star Wars, probably my favorite movie, and if I had to pick one of those, which you can't just say Star Wars because that encompasses 14 movies, definitely going to go with Return of the Jedi and then probably the New Hope, the first one. Definitely because of my age, I'm going to say I like the original trilogy better. Then I like some of the movies from the new trilogy. I like the Solo and Rogue One. Those are all quality flicks. But definitely Return of the Jedi would be probably my favorite movie of all time. 4 minutes left until the start of the second half. If you have your favorite movie, somebody just mentioned Tommy Boy. Yes, absolutely. Great, great movie. That's probably one of my top 5 comedies. Airplane would be considered another one of my favorite comedy. Fletch is also up there, but Tommy Boy, yes, I will watch Tommy Boy anytime. Shawshank Redemption, not a funny movie, but another good movie that if it's on TV, I will watch some of it whenever it is. So yes, thanks for the Tommy Boy reference. And then the only other thing I'm going to say is we'll come back after about 3 minutes to bring you second half action. Fort Atkinson leads Middleton 24-17. We'll be back in a few. And welcome back as our halftime show winds down. Fort Atkinson leading Middleton 24-17. Blackhawks again led by Carson Baker with 11. Blackhawks have 5 triples, 3 by Baker. one by Grayson Wixom and one by Logan Keys. The Middleton Cardinals, led by Matt Zimmerman, off the bench with 3. And they have 5 players with 2 points apiece. Very well-balanced scoring for the Cardinals. Again, both teams playing their second game in less than 18 hours, I would say. They both had a game last night for the Middleton Cardinals. Kingdom Prep Luther, hour and a half away on the bus ride, got back and turned right around this morning and got here. Give them credit. They'll do whatever they can to get some games under their belt after the late start due to COVID start guidelines. And here we go with the second half. We'll bring you the starters first for the Hawks. It's Andrew Glish, Cade Cosson with the ball. Now it's Grayson Wixom. Looks at Big Drew Evans. Baker, 3-ball on the way. Picks up in the second half, where he left the first half with a triple, and it's back to a 10-point Blackhawk lead. Baker now has 16 as a season high. He's 2 away from that. Meyer down low to Meinholz, missed the bunny, and it'll be Cosson coming away with it. 45 seconds into the half. Blackhawks have had a couple of great starts to the halves in the last handful of games. Evans backs down. Here comes a charge. Yep, they're going to get Evans on the back down. A little too much body contact. Good job by the Cardinals drawing that charge. Raphael and the Cardinals, 1 minute into the half, looking for their first points. Van Buren tried to set the screen, and we have a walk on Middleton. Again, for both teams playing late last night and playing many games, Blackhawks will have played 9 games in 18 days. I know for the Cardinals, they'll finish something like 7 games in 8 days, or 7 games in 9 days, I think. But been a very well-played, clean ball game, considering both these teams have to be tired. I'm tired, and I'm not even playing. Wixom back up in front to Glish. Evans down low, and they're going to get a reach on Van Buren down low. If you're going to play behind Evans, he's going to post you up, but if he's such a big target, you try to reach around him to poke it away, it's not going to do well for you. Cosson over to Baker. Back to Cosson, now down low to Evans. He's doubled, he puts it off the glass, good. Again, we talked about Big Drew Evans, a fantastic lineman for the football team. As a freshman, they'll start their season campaign in a few weeks. Oh, nice reverse land by Fosdick. As Fort Atkinson opted to go play spring football. So that season starts coming up real soon. Oh, miscommunication between Cosson and Glish. So we talk about clean plays. Blackhawks 7 turnovers in the first half. Middleton with just 4. Jackson Fenner, Logan Keys checking in for the Blackhawks. Also looks like for the Cardinals, Hayden Stotts. Now with the ball is Colin Schremp. He must have checked in as well. Schremp with the ball, left side. Swings it to Fosdick. Down low. Oh, nice give and go. Back to Fosdick. Count it. Caden Fosdick averaging 9 a game. He's got 6 right now. Foul's going to go on Keys, his first, team second. Fosdick's free throw is good. He's got 7. He had 12 in that win last night. Second leading scorer of the team, not just in the season, but also last night. He was behind Logan Raphael, who's held scoreless here so far. Averages 12 a game. Blackhawks with another turnover. He had 14 in that win last night. Off the glass, Meinholz good. And now the Blackhawks will look to take a timeout. It's a 6-0 run for the Cardinals in the last minute, causing the Fort Atkinson Blackhawks to take their first full timeout. They've got 3 left. And for the Blackhawks, I want to thank the following sponsors for bringing you all the high school home basketball games, starting out with Fort Healthcare. As Fort Healthcare supplies a trainer to all their home contests, Sarah Moldenauer. Again, we talked about it almost every contest. She is loved by all these student athletes that get to see her, and she helps them out with their little bumps and bruises that happen and some big injuries. And again, Fort Atkinson Athletics, proud to have Sarah on board as part of the Fort Healthcare training staff. Also, Fort Healthcare very integral in coming up with the COVID-19 cleaning solutions and guidelines. If you're ever here, what you'll see between games is one of the janitors with a little spray will spray down the bench areas that you see spread apart. They'll spray any other spots that athletes might be playing in the doorways, that kind of areas. And again, trying to keep it as safe as possible. Fort Atkinson, for the month of December, didn't allow fans in, and then in January they allowed 2 family members for the Blackhawks, just to give some semblance of a crowd. So it's nice. There's probably about 40-some parents here. Maybe not quite that many. Fenner. There's about 40 when the Palms perform. Now there's probably about 25. Any crowd is a good crowd, though. Wixom. Back to Baker, 3 on the way. No good. Oh, Baker almost got his rebound, and Stotts gets it just before Baker was able to get there. Pass, missed his target, but Foster comes away with it, tacks the basket, missed the shot. And now we have a foul, I believe, on Middleton. Boy, that was a bounce pass that went awry. Looked like it had a goofy spin on it as it evaded a couple Blackhawk players, even evaded 1 or 2 Cardinal players. Fosdick saw it, hustled to the spot, and then did a good job of attacking the basket. Fosdick almost drawing the foul there on Fenner. Up to Opperman. Scott Bookta checking into the game. Evans backing down, and we're going to have a walk. Coach Hintz wants the foul called. A lot of contact down low. Was waiting for another offensive foul on Evans. That wasn't there, and then when the defensive player fell down, Evans kind of tripped on him and did walk with it, but that's the old chicken or the egg routine. Did he walk because he got tripped? Fosdick, pull-up jumper from 6 is good. Fosdick has 7 of his 9 points this half. And the Hawks lead, which was at 1 point 10, is trimmed down to 3. Again, Bookta with the ball. Brings it to the other side on the dribble. Wixom double team back to Bookta. Bookta from 10. No good. Evans gets the rebound. And they're going to get a foul called. Not in the shot, though, so Blackhawks will inbound the ball baseline right. Carson Baker will check in. Colin Schrempf will check in, along with David Meyer and Cole Tanise. That's back to Baker. 4+ minutes into the half. Evans, double team, gets it back out to Baker. Now we'll set the screen on top. Nice pick and roll, nice defense by Rafael. And the Hawks will have another turnover. That's turnover 11 on the game. 6 this half. No, check it. 4 this half. Fosdick, who had been hot, missed the 12-footer. Rebounded by Tanise, though, and now the Cardinals will take a timeout. They'll use their 30-second timeout. So the Blackhawks will be clinging to a 3-point lead, 29-26. Again, want to thank the following sponsor for bringing you every Homeboys basketball game on YouTube and on the Fort Atkinson High School Facebook Live page. Keys Chiropractic and Laser Center. They offer FDA approval MLS laser therapy, treatment for a wide variety of conditions. Visit their website at Keys, K-E-E-S, chiropractic.com. Again, Brad Keys, father of Logan, very good supporter of all Fort Atkinson sports. Good businessman. Glad to have him in on the fold. Although I hope I never have to go see him. No offense to Brad, but I like my back straight without having to get it adjusted. Fostick missed the 3 straight on. And now we'll be back to Baker. Hawks with the 3-point lead. Eli Schweiger checked in during that last timeout. Buchta gets bumped, no call. And Baker sees the opening down the lane. Floats it from 4, no good. Fenner skies high for the ball, and we have a jump. Oh, they're going to get a timeout. Fenner had possession that time, and Coach Hintz saw the jump ball coming and quickly called timeout. 12:38 to go. At this rate, there might not be any timeouts left by the end of the game, which I won't mind. For this afternoon tilt, Fort Atkinson versus Middleton for the Blackhawk girls. They start WIAA postseason play next week, traveling to Beloit Turner Tuesday night. If they win, they'll end up taking on the number 2 seed Edgerton at Edgerton on Friday night. So the Blackhawks, I believe, the 6 seed, Turner, the 3 seed. We'll talk more about the girl side of the bracket next time out. Baker will flip it into the back court. Oh, and Opperman will track it down, and he'll walk with it. Checking in will be Nick Meinholtz for Middleton. And Middleton will have a chance to tie the ball game with a bomb. With the ball, Meyer swings it to Fostick in the bright yellow shoes. Back up on top, Meinholtz, 3-ball, no good. Oh boy, somehow Hurley just reaches over the top. His shot is deflected. Buchta leads the break. Doesn't have the number, so he pulls it back out. Now he's almost doubled, gets away though. Baker and the Hawks, 3-point lead. Oh, Opperman with the big screen on Meinholtz. Schweiger battling, throws it off of Fostick. So Blackhawks will inbound the ball. Schweiger and Opperman on the blocks. Buchta and Fenner at the free throw line. Baker inbounding. He'll flip it out to Fenner. Fenner will bring it up on the dribble, guarded by Tenise. Back to Buchta. 3 on the way, Baker. Nice! Carson Baker, 6th 3-pointer of the game. He's got 19. And that's a big one for the Hawks as it cuts off this 9-0 run by the Cardinals. Long shot by Tenise, no good. A couple Blackhawk players banging into each other on the rebound before getting it back. Now Fenner's pass stolen before the pass is kicked out of bounds. Tell you, I think Super Bowl coaches would love to have Fenner on their team tomorrow if they need a good punter. That was a pretty good kick. Speaking of the Super Bowl, Chiefs versus Buccaneers. I guess it's not the Patriots. It's kind of like the Yankees. You just don't want the Yankees in the World Series. Although right now I'm going to say it's going to be like the Dodgers. I don't want the Yankees or the Dodgers. Anybody else I'm okay with. But quite honestly, I really don't care about the Super Bowl or who wins tomorrow, oddly enough. I'll still watch it, I'm sure. But really no good rooting interest. 3 on the way, no good. Rebounded by Fostick. Put back too strong, but he'll go to the line. Fostick hits the ground hard. Speaking of Fort Healthcare and the trainer Sarah Moldenhauer, she'll make her way out to the court. foul's going to go on Eli Schweiger, his first. Yep, they're going to just let Fosdick get up under his own power. That saves him from having to come out of the game. Again, the trainer has to be summoned on the floor by the officials. And if they do, then the player has to leave until the next dead ball. Fosdick still walking around gingerly. Official's going to get a towel to wipe up the sweat on the floor. Tell you what, Fosdick hit the ground hard. You know, they always talk about pro wrestling being fake, but I'll tell you what, you hit the ground, even on your back, it still hurts. Still take a cookie sheet to the head. It still hurts after numerous times like those. So the official's giving Fosdick all the time he needs. He said he's ready. He'll go to the line for 2. First one is good. Fosdick with 10. Fosdick single-handedly keeping the Cardinals in this ball game. He's got all but 2 of their points. Second one on the way is good as well. Fosdick with 9 of the 12 points by the Cardinals, and Fosdick will have a seat as Stotts will check in. Hayden Stotts, the 6'2 senior. Only 3 seniors on this Cardinal team: George Finch, Hayden Stotts, David Meyer. A couple sophomores. Blackhawks turn it over yet again. Down low, foul, count it, Meinholz. Wow. And Meinholz hits the ground hard. Meinholz, the other Cardinal player to be in the scoring column. And now the trainer is summoned out on this as Meinholz hits the floor hard. So Sarah Moldenauer, the Fort Atkinson athletic trainer, comes out onto the floor. Both players will go to their bench. This Coach Baverly out there with the trainer, checking on Meinholz. Again, for the Fort Atkinson Blackhawk girls, they'll start postseason play Tuesday night. They ended up with the 6 seed. I actually had them predicted as close to the 5 seed. Blackhawks at 7-13. I thought they'd have a better chance to get a better seed than Evansville, who got the 5 seed at 5-12 at the time of the seeding meetings. However, Jefferson, Evansville, Turner, and Edgerton had the voting block. So as that little regional came by, Jefferson got the 1 seed at 16-2. Edgerton the 2 seed at 16-3. Edgerton will host the winner of the Turner Fort Atkinson game. Jefferson will face the winner of Evansville and Monroe at Jefferson. And in the background you can hear the crowd and players applauding Nick Meinholz as he's walking off the floor with the help of trainer Sarah Moldenauer. Not putting any pressure on his left foot or leg. And there's athletic director Steve Mahoney, being like those little ball boys you see on TV, running out there and sweeping the floor. I like that. Add a new title to his title besides athletic director, former football coach, former Phi Ed teacher. He can now be sweat mopper. And now, since Meinholz had to come out, they can free substitute, so they'll bring in George Finch. As I mentioned, one of the 3 seniors. Finch with 1 free throw on the way, and it's good. So that little flurry of action, a couple of 3-point plays on hard fouls by the Blackhawks. It's now a 1-point Fort Atkinson lead. 10 minutes to go. So Blackhawks will inbound the ball, baseline right. Check it baseline left. It's Wixom right in front of me. And they're going to get a 5-second call. We'll see if the Cardinals can take advantage and pull ahead for the lead. Cardinals have not led in this game at all. 3 on the way by Rafael. The leading score is off the mark. In fact, the Hawks started out on an 11-0 advantage to start the game. Now it's over to Keys in the corner. He'll hand it off to Wixom. Back to Baker. Shot on the way by Cosson, no good. And Evans will get called for the foul over the back. Pretty easy call for the official. Nice job by Blake Van Buren getting that rebound and getting that inside position. Jackson Fenner checking in. Matt Zimmerman and Gavin Hurley checking in. Down low, Van Buren. Kick out, Hurley. Swung left side to Zimmerman. Shot on the way by Stotts, no good. Baker gets the rebound. Baker eyes up, looking at his options. Swings it over to the right side. Now it's Wixom. Wixom between the leg dribble, keeping it, guarded by Zimmerman. Cosson on the curl around. Back to Fenner, now it's Wixom. Blackhawks lead by 1. Over halfway in this second half. Cosson, free throw line, good. Boy, I talk about it almost every broadcast. I know I did it last night. But Cosson, one of the better Blackhawks shooters from that mid-range, I'd say 12 to 17 feet. That time was about a 15-footer just on the free throw line. Rafael, again, leading scorer, averaging 12. Scoreless so far tonight. Now he gets the ball down low. Oh, shot is partially blocked by Baker, but Stotts gets it. Cardinals' second chance. 3-ball for the tie for Middleton. Back up on top, it's Stotts. He'll drive the lane. Euro step, lays it in. Wixom. 1-point lead for the Hawks. Wixom getting into the lane, scoops it in, count it! Grayson Wixom. Nice job getting to the hoop and kind of had that little scoop hook shot and drops it in. Foul's going to go on Zimmerman, his second. That brings Colin Schremp and Easton Zempel into the game for Middleton and Scott Bukta for the Hawks. Wixom missed the free throw. He'll be stuck on 7 here tonight. 7:35 to go until regulation is over. Rafael. Back up on top to Hurley. Down low to Rafael. Off his hands. Only the second Cardinal turnover. Bowling alley bumper saved the ball from flying to the abyss. I thought for sure that ball was going to be put in the freshman gym. Wixom gets the ball up, gets to the lane, and the Black Cardinals will foul him on the floor. It's the 16th foul by Middleton. And that foul's going to go on Gavin Hurley. It's his first. That'll bring Cole Tanise in, along with Caden Fostick. Good to see Fostick coming back in after landing hard about 4 minutes ago. He'll be sore tomorrow between all the games and that hard hit. Not to mention bus rides. Keys 12-footer on the baseline, no good. Oh, nice job by Bukta. Gets a finger on it, just enough to deflect it off of Schrump's hands. So the Blackhawks will spread out on the baseline with Cosson inbounding it. He'll flip it out to Wixom. Free throw jumper. No good, rebounded by Tanise. Still a 3-point Blackhawk lead. Blackhawks have led by as many as 12. Cardinals early in the second half, behind Caden Fosdick, climbed back into this game. Wixom off the Cardinal miss. We'll reset the offense here. 6:40 and counting. Keys with the high screen. Fosdick just slides around it. Now it's booked in the corner. Flips it down low to Keys, and he'll be fouled on the floor. Nice job by Keys. Got the ball. Just that little hesitation got the defense up in the air. Foul's going to go on Colin Schremp, his third. Bonus for Keys. They'll earn the second one. And that's the 7th team foul for the Cardinals, so bonus free throws from here on out. Hawks last night just 1 of 3 on the front end. Second one by Logan is good as well. He's got 5 tonight. And it's a 5-point Blackhawk lead with 6:20 to go. Tanise lost the handle on the ball, gets it to Zempel. Back up on top. Fosdick's gonna double dribble, walk with it. I'm not sure what that was. Officials saw it though, it looked funny. Not saying that if it looks funny it's a violation, but that one just had something written all over it. Officials called double dribble. So here comes Wixom over to Cosson. 14-footer, no good, fouls the shot. Nice job by Tanise getting to the spot before. Bukta with the steal from behind though. Wixom, nice job by Scott Bukta off the bench. Had a couple of offensive made baskets previous games to spark the Hawks. We'll see if that turnover or if that steal helps spark this offense. Wixom trips up and Coach Hintz calls a timeout. Wixom helped up off his feet by his teammates. That's a full timeout by the Blackhawks. Want to thank the following sponsors. Fort Healthcare. Visit Fort Healthcare at forthealthcare.com. Find a provider near you. Again, the Blackhawks and Fort Healthcare, a good partnership. Fort Healthcare, a good partner with a lot of different groups in town. Always glad to see them. See the trainer, Sarah Moldenauers. Don't want to see her on the court too much. I've seen her a little bit today. But again, thanks to Fort Healthcare for supplying trainers at all the games and practices, as well as cleaning supplies to keep these student athletes and coaches as safe as possible during this pandemic. Also want to thank Keys Chiropractic and Laser Center. FDA approved MLS laser therapy treatment. Visit keyschiropractic.com for all your chiropractic needs. 38-33. Blackhawks lead. They'll have the ball. They'll inbound it with Cade Cosson baseline left. Carson Baker, Andrew Glish, Jackson Fenner, and Logan Keys in the black uniforms. Again, Blackhawks wearing their road jerseys. I believe Keys now gets it. Inbounded, handoff to Glish. Free throw. No good. Rebounded by Fosdick. I believe it was just because Middleton got back so late they didn't have time to get their jerseys laundered before they had to get back on the road again. So they just asked, can we wear our whites? Coach Hintz said absolutely. Going to the line is going to be Colin Schremp. Foul's going to go on Andrew Glish, his second. And Schremp will hit the first one. He's got 3 on the night. Jack Opperman checking in for Glish. Schremp, the 6'4 sophomore, had 10 last night in the win. Second one on the way is short. Ball's tipped around. And Fort Atkinson will get the ball. Middleton will look to press. Little full court pressure. Trap Baker in the corner. Now it's over to Cosson. He'll just dribble it up past the timeline. Middleton, man-to-man defense out of that press. Now it's Keys. Baker in the corner. Baker on the dribble. Back to Fenner. Fenner, jump stop, loses it. Ball loose. Baker diving on the ground. Oh, somehow gets it to Keys between the legs of a Cardinal player. His pass stolen. Nice job by Hurley, Gavin Hurley, jumping out of bounds, saving that pass, trying to throw it off a Blackhawk player. Missed. However, Schremp came down with it, and Cosson, bad place at the bad time, gets called for the foul. It's his third. Schremp, bonus free throw, earned the second one. Drew Evans checking in for Keys. Well, I'll give both these teams credit. Blackhawks hanging on. Middleton staying strong. Hitting some free throws here down the stretch, keeping this game a 1 or 2 possession game. Cosson has to get it in, and he does, and it's tipped by Middleton. No, tipped by the Blackhawks. That'll be the 17th turnover. Blackhawks, seen a couple of different times, having trouble inbounding the ball. Middleton can take the lead for the first time tonight. I should say this afternoon. I don't even know what time it is. 2:20. With a 3-ball. They have only hit 1 triple here tonight, and that was Matt Zimmerman in the first half. Blackhawks, on the other hand, have hit 8 triples, 6 by Baker. Driving on the line, driving baseline is Fostick. He'll step on the line. Cosson will inbound the ball. Again, this pressure has been a bonus for the Cardinals. Checking in, Meyer and Van Buren. We'll see if the Blackhawks can get it in. Opperman will curl after setting the screen and get it back to Cosson. Cosson looking at the double team. Brings it back around up the middle. He'll get it to Baker. Baker's got to hurry. Nope, there's the 10-second. So the Cardinal pressure, once again, creates a turnover for the Blackhawks. Grayson Wixom getting set to check into the game, now with the ball. It was Hurley, passes up to Van Buren. Swings it back around to Hurley. Left side, it's Stotts. 3-ball can make the Cardinals go ahead for the first time tonight. In fact, that a regular 2-pointer just ties it for the first time tonight. Under 4 to go. Van Buren gets it into the lane. Shot up, money. Blake Van Buren with 4, and we are tied up. 5-0 run for the Cardinals. Oh, the pass by Cosson deflected. Bodies all over the place, still around. And we have a timeout taken by Middleton. You know, Cade Cosson coming in at 5'10", got the ball back. However, again, we talked earlier in the broadcast, Middleton with some lanky guys, long arms, tall players. They probably average close to 6 foot, 6'1". They were just able to get that pass deflected, and then it was anybody's ball. And again, showing both teams great hustle. Both teams diving after that basketball, trying to get possession of it, knowing that every possession from here on out is extremely important, as it's tied 38-all with 3:34 to go. For the Blackhawks, they're led right now by Carson Baker. He's got 19 points, 6 3-pointers, 3 in each half. For the Cardinals, they're led by Caden Fostick. He's got 9 of his 11 points here this second half. Here comes the first horn. Officials going over to signal to the players. First horn. Getting set for the second horn. It'll be Cardinal basketball. Fort Atkinson with 1 timeout left. Middleton with 3. It'll be Middleton inbounding with Gavin Hurley. Gets it into Van Buren, left block. Costin almost gets the steal. Now it's back to Meyer, back up on top. Middleton with the ball, under 3.5 to go. Hurley swings it left side over to Stotts. Back to Van Buren. Now it's Raphael. And we have a walk. Walk by Foster, or by Stotts. That's the 10th turnover, 6th this half for the Cardinals. Hawks, however, have 18 turnovers, 11 this half. So for the Hawks, they'll inbound the ball on the sideline. Tie ball game with 3:13 to go. Costin inbounding just in front of the Cardinal bench. He'll get it in. No, he won't. It'll be bounced and stolen by the Cardinals. Back up on top, it's Hurley. Now it's Van Buren. Hurley, back to Stotts. Left side in the corner, it's Meyer. Raphael, only player on the court that's under 6 foot right now. Actually under 6'2", I should say. And Raphael at 5'11". Van Buren with the ball, 6'4". Hands it off to Gavin Hurley, 6'3". Now it's back to Meyer, who's 6'2". The height has given the Blackhawk fits, especially in their press, I should say. 2.5 to go. Raphael will reset the offense. Both teams with 7 timeouts, so bonus free throws from here on out. With the ball, it's Hurley. Oh, he'll get the ball stolen from him. Good news is for the Blackhawks with that steal, the Cardinals can't press, and so Wixom can get the ball up. Hawks have the first opportunity on offense in the handful of trips. Evans down low. And one! Count it! Drew Evans. Oh! You can tell the official was waiting. Middleton was saying travel. Fort was waiting for that ball to bounce through, and it bounced through, and the official sided with the Blackhawks. Evans, 3-point play, no good. Under 2 to go. Hawks have the 2-point advantage, though. It's Raphael. Leading scorer, hasn't gotten in the books yet. Now it's back over to Hurley. Van Buren. Van Buren, pass, partially deflected. Van Buren comes back with it. Van Buren attacks. Kick out Meyer. Back to Stotts. Hurley with it, now on the dribble. Van Buren left side, Evans keeping him out there. Now it's Stotts with a good 7 inches on Bukta. Under minute and that 20 to go. Meyer. Middleton very content. Run some clock out here. Blackhawk defense doing a good job not letting anything go. Back up on top, Van Buren, left side, Meyer. Raphael, 3-pointer on the way. First points of the game is big. .56 seconds to go, and Logan Raphael has his first points of the game on a triple in the corner. And not only that, but it gives Middleton the first lead of the game for the Cardinals as the Hawks have led from the get-go. 56.4 seconds left. Possession arrow pointing to Middleton. Both teams in the bonus free throws. Fort Atkinson, 17 fouls. Middleton, 8. Fort Atkinson, 1 timeout left. Middleton, 2. I believe Middleton's are both 30s, and I believe Fort Atkinson has a full timeout left. I do know they have 1 timeout. I'm just not sure which one it is. Again, Blackhawks will have the ball. However, the press by Middleton has really caused some issues for the Hawks as they have 19 turnovers this afternoon. 12 here in the second half, and I'm going to say probably about 4 in the last 2 minutes caused directly from this Cardinal press. So if anything, I know Coach hints, it's that they were diagramming, here's how we need to break this press. Casson with the ball, gets it up to Wixom. Everyone will clear out, and Wixom will bring it up unimpeded. Under 1 minute to go, Blackhawks trail by 1. Casson gets it to Baker, has a team high 19. Bukta over to Casson. Evans gets the ball. There's the charge. Yep, saw that one coming. They've been calling it like that all game long. Evans got his guy back down. A little too aggressively, though. So Glish will come in. Dudzik will check in for the Blackhawks. Little offensive-defensive substitution. That'll bring George Finch off the bench for Tenise. Inbounding the ball now will be Hayden Stotts. Glish on the inbounds. Rafael gets it, guarded by Baker. Now bringing it up will be Stotts, and Glish will foul him from behind. That'll bring Evans, Keys, and Wixom back in, the sharpshooters, for Bukta, Glish, and Dudzik, the defensive guys. Sends Hayden Stotts to the line for a bonus situation. And he hits the first. 2-point Cardinal lead. Second one by Stotts, off the mark. Keys gets the board. Hawks down by 2, under 30 seconds to go. Hawks had a triple overtime matchup last week against Burlington. They got 20 seconds left. 3 takes the lead. Wixom on the drive, no good. Evans gets the rebound. They're going to call it a jump ball. Evans and Tenise with the tie-up. Possession arrow to Middleton. Again, that'll bring in Dudzik, Glish, and Bukta. And it'll also bring in George Finch, the 5'10 senior for the Cardinals. Rafael gets it. Now it's over to Stotts. Under 10 seconds. Hawks need to foul quickly. 5 seconds, they get the foul in. That was way too long to get that foul. You can tell Coach Hintz was trying to tell the Hawks defense, don't let Rafael get the ball, and he was able to just get that pass threaded to him. They did a nice job getting it right back to Stotts. Finch's first free throw is off the mark. Double bonus situation. Wixom, Evans, and Keys. 5.3 seconds left. A make. Pretty simple. Hawks need a 3 to tie it up. Here comes Finch. He'll hit the first one, and the Middleton will take the timeout. So 5.3 seconds left. Hawks will have to go the length of the court against this Middleton press that has caused all sorts of trouble for the Blackhawks. Still very doable, especially when you've got pretty much every Blackhawk player out there can hit the three-pointer for the tie. And really, I think that right now, that's what you need with 5 seconds left. You can't get into the lane, draw the 2, and hope for a quick foul. So I'd be looking for something somewhere along the lines, getting Cosson or Baker the ball and let them get going. And if Baker can get a pull-up jumper, great. If not, you try to get the ball to one of the shooters on the outside. Evans will inbound the ball. You see Wixom back at his own free throw line. Couple of curls. Wixom now will get free at the free throw line. 5 seconds left. Timeout by Coach Hintz. 2.6 seconds left. Blackhawks will have the ball on the sideline. Blackhawks need a 3 to tie it to force their second overtime game on the Saturday. Again, they had a thrilling triple overtime game last week against the Burlington Demons, a game that eventually saw the Blackhawks fall to the Southern Lakes foe by 7. But can they have one play in there to get this game tied up to force overtime against Middleton Cardinals from the Big 8? This situation, I'm looking for Evans to be inbounding the ball on the sideline. Gives a little bit height. Plus, you know you're going to try to get it to one of the shooters, so you're going to try to set a screen to free up Baker. Just a matter of at what point or where does Baker get the ball for a possible 1 or 2 dribbles and a shot. Baker's going to start out in the opposite corner with Keys and Wixom. Check it, Evans is not in the game. We've got Ryan Burke in the game. He'll be on the block. Cosson will be inbounding the ball. Fosdick, the 6'5 sophomore, will be guarding the ball. Cosson, 5'10. Here comes Baker. He'll get it up to Keys straight on. 2 seconds. Step back 3 for the tie. Drills it! Keys ties it up at the buzzer with the step back 3-pointer. Logan Keys coming through for the Hawks. As we're going into overtime for the second Saturday in a row. Overtime rules will state it's a 4-minute overtime period. Coaches will get together at half court for a coin flip. Winner of the coin flip, I guess, gets to choose, but you would choose to have the ball. Wow, Logan Keys. You can tell Cosson's first person looking for was Baker. They kind of ran him off of a curl from Keys. Wixom kind of broke free. He was covered. Keys ended up getting it. Looked like he was going to drive. I don't know if that was his intent, but he took one dribble in, then stepped back and launched the 3 from straight on before splashing it down, sending this game into overtime. Wow, Logan Keys, the 6'2 sophomore, with the shot of the day. I didn't even get a chance to write that down in my notebook. Again, both teams playing last night. Quick turnaround. This game was actually supposed to be against Hortonville Polar Bears, the coolest nickname in the state. Yeah, somehow Middleton will get the ball. And the 5 on the floor for the Cardinals. Logan Raffel, George Finch, Caden Fosdick, and Hayden Stotts, who just got that bucket. So the Cardinals strike first in overtime. Wixom, right side on the dribble. Gets it down low to Evans off the glass, good. Evans with 9, and it's tied back up. Again, Hawks led the entire game until 56 seconds left when Logan Raffel hits his first points of the game, the leading scorer for the Cardinals. Stotts gets it in, off the glass, good. Boy, Stotts, 7 points in the second half in overtime. Wixom, guarded by Fosdick. Gets it up the floor, no problem. Now it's over to Baker. Back to Glish. Baker, Evans, Cosson. Now we have a foul. We have a foul on Middleton. Middleton wanted the travel. Officials both had the foul. Logan Keys checking into the game. And a trio of players checking in. Evans with a bonus situation, misses it. Bringing it up the court, Gavin Hurley. Now with the ball, Cole Tenise. Swings it over to Schremp. Walked with it, no call on Hurley. Back up on top, Schremp. Fosdick, who's had a huge second half, 9 of his 11 points. At one point had all the Cardinal points to start the second half. Now with the ball is Tenise. Cardinals up by 2. 2:15 to go. Baker collides into Fosdick, no call. Fosdick now gets the call on Wixom. That'll be Wixom's second foul. Blackhawks over the double bonus, so Fosdick to the line for 2. Fosdick hits the first. He's got 12. That's at least a season high for the sophomore. Book the checking in. Fosdick's second free throw is good as well. Fosdick with 13. Two minutes to go. Hawks trail by 4. Largest lead of the day so far for Middleton. This is, again, the Hawks led the entire first half. Led 24-17 at intermission. Led by as many as 12. Wixom, 3. No good. Keys will track it down. Bukta for 3. Off the mark. Rebounded by Fosdick. In fact, Middleton didn't have their lead until 56 seconds remaining in the game. And Logan Keys hits that huge 3 at the buzzer. We're going to walk on Fosdick. 12th turnover by the Cardinals. That'll bring Hayden Stotts off the bench, along with David Meyer. Minute 31 left. First overtime. Hawks down by 4. Wixom gets it across the timeline. Over to Bukta in the corner. Lob pass, too strong. Another turnover. 20th turnover by the Hawks. They've not had a game like this where they've had that many turnovers since I can remember this season. Now taking it to the hoop is Fosdick. He'll draw the foul. They'll bring Ryan Burke into the game. Foul's going to be on Evans, and that'll be Evans' 5th foul as he'll check out to a nice round of applause. Evans with 9 points on the night. Caden Fosdick at the line where he's been a perfect 5 for 5 tonight, all in the second half and overtime. There's the no-hitter jinx. I'll apologize to the Middleton fans later. Second one by Fosdick is good. So Fosdick with 14, and that's a 5-point lead. Tennyson in for the Cardinals, in for Fosdick. Blackhawks, Keys gets the ball inbounded. Baker with it. He'll just get it up and cross the half-court line. 1 minute to go. Three-pointer by Wixom on the way. Drills it. Gray Wixom. 10th point of the night for Gray as the senior drills one from the corner, and it's back to a 2-point Cardinal lead with the ball, 56.5 seconds left. Possession arrow facing Fort Atkinson's way. Double bonus for the Cardinals as the Blackhawks well over 10 fouls. And actually the next foul for the Cardinals, that'll put the Blackhawks in the double bonus situation. Blackhawks, no timeouts remaining. Middleton with 2. Cardinals again with that 2-point lead. If you're just joining us, glad to have you along for this Saturday afternoon game. Hawks got out to an 11-0 start before going into intermission 24-17. They led by as many as 12 in the second half, but the Cardinals just slowly nipped away at it. Caden Fosdick had a big start of the half, climbing the Cardinals back in slowly but surely, and then again taking their first lead with 53 seconds left before Keys tying it up with the buzzer beater 3. Since then, though, it had been all Cardinals for the most part in this overtime period until Gray Wixom hits that triple just now. Now it'll be Hurley. Gets it up to Stotts. 52 seconds and ticking. Fosdick guarded by Fenner. Baker. Now it's over to Hurley, and that's who they wanted to foul. Burke, Wixom, Bukta getting set to check in. That's the 4th foul on Glish, and Hurley goes to the line for 2. Here comes Hurley's second free throw is good as well. So 4-point lead for the Cardinals. 43.5 seconds to go. Keys. Once again, Blackhawks just beat the 5-second count. Wixom gets it past the 10-second count. 35 seconds to go. Wixom gets to the hoop. Kick out to Burke. 3 on the way. Deflected by Fosdick. Gets it back. Another 3 on the way. No good. Rebounded by Meyer. Now the pass by Stotts off his hands. They wanted a deflection by Wixom. He did not deflect it. It just kind of, I think, slipped out of Stotts' hands for the turnover. Bukta will check out, and Middleton will take a timeout. They've got 1 left. 21.3 seconds left. Blackhawks with the ball. Want to thank the sponsors again for bringing you every Fort Atkinson Blackhawk basketball game between Fort Healthcare and Keys Chiropractic. Glad to have them along. All Fort Atkinson High School boys basketball games being broadcast on the Fort Atkinson High School YouTube and on their Facebook page. Again, one of the greater things about COVID was seeing all these different schools being able to figure out how can we bring these games to fans, parents, family. And Fort Atkinson, behind Sam Hess, and John Collins, put on one of the best productions in the business. Costin will inbound, gets it up to Keys straight on. Over to Wixom, under 20 to go. Hawks down by 4, Burke cutting. Costin, and we have a foul. It'll send Burke to the line. Fosdick tried to draw the charge. Burke collided with him. And it'll be a foul on Fosdick. That's his second. And it'll be Ryan Burke for 2. Burke's first one is money. Evan Dudzik, Jackson Fenner, Ryan Glish checking in. Defensive fouling substitution. Scott Bukta getting set to come in for Burke if he makes it. 15 seconds left. Hawks down by 3. Burke's second one. Off the rim, Glish gets it, and we have an inadvertent whistle. Fenner, or check it, three-pointer on the way by Burke, drills it. And it's tied. Oh, man, 5 seconds left, 52-all. Raphael, no good. Fosdick gets the rebound, no good. And again, there was an inadvertent buzzer. They were waiting to, if it makes, the buzzer goes in, sub comes in. Inadvertent buzzer, the officials let it go. Fort Atkinson got the rebound, kicked it out to Ryan Burke, who drops it home for the tie. I did not have that on my bingo card, I can tell you that. Ryan Burke, though, calmly stepping up and drills it. And we're going into our second overtime. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Hawks. Wow, I'm still just speechless about that. Fort Atkinson now, again, new set of timeouts, so they'll have one. Middleton can carry over their one timeout, so they've got two. Both teams in the double bonus. And the Hawks will come out after hitting their second three-point shot. They'll toss the coin flip now. There's Coach Hintz, Coach Bavery. And it'll be Blackhawk ball. Wow. Inadvertent horn, followed by a Blackhawk rebound. And the Burke triple. Cossin, Keys, Glish, Baker. Wixom, you're 5 on the floor in black. The men in black coming up big. Baker, off the flip, good. Carson Baker with 21. And the Hawks have their first lead in either of the overtime stanzas. Hurley. Back up to Meyer, and we have a foul on the Blackhawks. Foul's going to be on Cossin, his fourth. So Evans already on the bench with 5. And going to the free throw line is David Meyer. He's now 1 of 3. Hawks with a 2-point lead. Second one on the way is good as well. I should say 1 of 2 for Meyer. Someone just texted me, the Tommy boy, that was awesome gif. And I got to agree. Keys and Burke with big-time threes at the buzzer or near it to send this game into our second overtime. Baker forces the shot, ball loose. Keys gets it, triple team, gets it in the lane, shot up, no good. Glish comes down with it, and he's fouled. Ball comes away, I touched it, hey. Yep. Hey, I got to touch the game ball. It hasn't happened in a while. Fosdick, foul. Glish goes to the line. He misses the first. I should have rubbed some good luck sauce on it. Here comes Glish. Second one on the way is good. So Glish 1 of 2. Three on the way by Raphael. Short. Rebounded by Tenise. Now it's over in the corner to Raphael. Back. Driving is Hurley. Back to Hurley up on top. Right side Middleton with the ball. It's Tenise. Now it's over to Schremp. Quick spin around to Rafael. His three-pointer no good. Wixom. Hurley battling off of Wixom. Nope, it'll be overturned and it'll be Blackhawk ball. So the Blackhawks with the 2-point lead with 2:25 to go in the second overtime. Wixom with the ball. Wixom back into the lane, back out to Kasson. Back to Wixom. Wixom brings the ball back out on the dribble. Baker tries to set the screen. Wixom goes opposite. Glish on the dribble. His pass is stolen. Taking it coast to coast. Fosdick is good. Fosdick was 16, and it's tied back up. 55 apiece. Wixom. Under a minute 50 to go. Wixom crossover. Back out above the arc. Now it's back to Wixom from Keys. Glish sets the screen. Wixom gets into the lane. Gets Keys in the short corner. Wixom back up on top, 1:15 and ticking. Wixom gets it poked away, but he'll track it down. Last touch by Tenise, so he can get it in the backcourt. Baker. Inside the arc over to Wixom. Wixom dumps it to Baker. Back to Glish, off the glass, too strong. Tipped off to Kasson. 1 minute to go, tied ball game. Wixom to Baker. Back to Glish in the short corner, back to Baker, and we have a timeout, Blackhawks. 52 seconds left in the second overtime. Again, next Saturday, the Blackhawks play Lake Mills. We'll see if they can make it 3 for 3 in overtime games on Saturday. Blackhawks have a busy week ahead of themselves. After today, they'll take on the Whitewater Whippets Tuesday night at 5:30, just a varsity only, I believe. That game time will be streamed live at 5:30 on the high school Facebook and YouTube pages. Thursday, February 11th, they'll travel over to Middleton, and then finally coming back home for their final regular season game against the Lake Mills L-Cats. That schedule, tip time 11:45, a special brunch broadcast on Saturday against the L-Cats from the Capital Conference. Little bit of business to still take care of here. 52 seconds left in the second overtime. Tie ball game. Possession arrow, Middleton. Both teams, double bonus situation. Blackhawks, no timeouts left. Middleton with 2. Wixom now will inbound on the sideline. Gets it up to Bukta, back to Wixom. Kasson, Baker, and Keys on the floor. Drew Evans fouled out in the regulation. Bukta over to Wixom, right side now. Guarded by Tenise. Double teamed over to Kasson, Baker. Baker shot up, he's fouled, and Baker will go to the line with 27.5 seconds left. Logan Rafael looks confused, but that was definitely a foul on the arm of Baker. It was actually kind of on the offhand. Either way, it's a foul. Baker with 21 already. Count it, make it 22. 2 away from a career high, tying a career high, I should say. One away from tying a career high with 23 right now. Baker hits both. 26 seconds left. Middleton with the ball. 2 timeouts left. Rafael. Guarded by Baker. Gets it over to Stotts. Almost loses it. Tracks it down in front of his own bench. Back up on top. It's Hurley. 10 seconds to go. Rafael with it. Baker guarded. 5 seconds left. They need a triple for the win. 2 for a tie. Over 3, Hurley in the corner for the win. Count it! Gavin Hurley hits the triple in the corner at the buzzer, and the Cardinals come away with the win. And for Hurley, that's his 5th point of the game. Hurley hits the triple at the buzzer from the corner for the Cardinals to come away with the second overtime win. I should say second overtime with the win, 58-57. For the Cardinals, the win will improve them to 3-2 overall. They were led by Caden Fostick, 16, 7 by Hayden Stotts, 6 by Nick Meinholz, 5 by Gavin Hurley, 3 of them at that last buzzer for the win. 4 by Blake Van Buren, 4 by Colin Schrempf, 3 by Logan Raffel, 2 by George Finch and David Meyer, 2 by Cole Tenise, and 3 by Matt Zimmerman for their 58 points. For the Fort Atkinson Blackhawks, they will drop to 8-3. They were led by Carson Baker. He had 23 points, 10 by Grayson Wixom, 9 for Drew Evans, 8 for Logan Keys, 4 for Ryan Burke with that triple near the end of the first overtime. Andrew Glish with 3, and 2 for Cade Cosson for their 57 points. We'll see if we're going to bring a post-game interview. No post-game interviews tonight. And so that will do it for our broadcast, where the Blackhawks drop a tough one in double overtime to the Middleton Cardinals, 58-57. I'm Brett Ketterman, and on behalf of producer Sam Hess and the Fort Atkinson High School Theater Squad, we'll talk to you Tuesday night when the Blackhawks take on the Whitewater Whippets at 5:45, hoping to bounce back after this very tough double overtime loss that saw Logan Keys hit a triple to send it into overtime, Ryan Burke to hit a triple to tie it up, or I should say to tie it up to force the second overtime before Gavin Hurley would put the dagger in it for the Blackhawks with another buzzer beater, this time from the right corner, as Middleton comes away with the double overtime win, 58-57. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the Super Bowl and the commercials. Enjoy the food. We'll talk to you soon.